Enjoys his job.
Brian's garage?
Not too much. Enjoys himself. A lot. Wants to get married. Eventually. On a wet Tuesday in a few weeks' time, he's going to die in a car crash. He won't be the only one. People keep coming up to me and asking me the big question. You know, the big one. They say, Lexi, what's death like? And I say, well, it's like Dances with Wolves, but much, 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 much longer. It's best not to do it, really. Best not to think about it. Best not to talk about it. So that's this programme stuffed then, isn't it? Bye-bye. What? Oh, all right, look. Up to 500 people watching this programme will die in a car before the year's out. Could be any one of us, except me. It's not going to be me, so it must be going to be you. Now, what sort of a day will it be? Will it be a nice day? Will you be wearing clean underpants? What will you be thinking about? Will you be thinking, why does yoghurt go all runny when it gets old? Well, life is compounded of many mysteries. Death even more so. But there is one thing that we're certain of. If you do die, the chances are it'll be the kind of stupid piece of driving that you'd kick yourself for if you had your time over again. And although the day will be ordinary, the chances are that the weather won't be so hot. Look. Tyres lose their grip in the wet, so you don't stop so easy. I mean, it's not the tyres' fault. It's the roads for being wet in the first place. In the perfect world, there'd be helicopters overhead with massive hair dryers. But until that happens, I'm afraid the only thing for it is to slow down. And do we slow down? Do we bother? You can see if the road's wet, but ice is a bastard. You can't see it. And even when the air feels quite warm 2 or 3 feet above the ground, it can be down there, all over the road. Or it might even be foggy. Oh, hang on a minute. Can we just stop this here? You see, the trouble is, it's all so bleeding obvious. The road's wet, so you can't stop. You should slow down. It's foggy, so you can't see. You should slow down to a crawl. If an earthquake opens a chasm to the centre of the earth 3 foot in front of your car, you should not engage a forward gear. But the trouble is, you know that when you get into a car, all the laws of gravity, of thermodynamics, of light travelling at a constant speed, of every action having an equal and opposite reaction, for you and you alone, when you get into a car, these laws are suspended. You know, because you get with your car, free with the manual, this book, Mr. Wobbly's book of very special car science. This is my copy. When your car hits another car, it goes bouncy, bouncy, bouncy in a smiley, happy sort of a way. Whoopee! We only put windows in your car for birdwatching purposes. Seeing the road and other cars is so unnecessary, it's often preferable to drive blindfold. Wacko! Well, let's see if Mr. Wobbly's theories are as good as they sound. Here we go, down the fast lane at 70. And the question is, what happens next, Emlyn? had some very unkind things to say about what are called vulnerable road users. That's pedestrians, people on motorbikes, Sinclair C5 drivers, Neris Hughes, and me on my bicycle. Actually, I feel bloody vulnerable. But, tautological though it may seem, accidents aren't caused by the poor, vulnerable, bloody victims, but by the people who hit them. That is, me. When we pull in or out of junctions, we're looking for large, brightly coloured things made out of hard, shiny stuff that can damage our bodywork. Things that are lightweight, not particularly brightly coloured, and on two wheels or two legs become invisible. Where is it, Emily? I don't know, Ian. When we're driving, our main worry is the danger to ourselves and our precious cars. Well, fair enough. But take a look at this dent. Caused by a pensioner. I mean, it was only a glancing blow, and that respray is going to cost a few quid. And how about this grill? It's a complete write-off. Do you know how much these things cost to replace? Mind you, if you think that's bad, you want to see the little girl. People take longer than a few days to repair, and it's dead easy to write them off. Try this at home. This is the front of your car, and this is your head. Ow! Now, that was a collision between my head and the car at about 2 miles an hour. And this... Ow! My goodness, is that beef you're wearing, Auntie Billy? Is 3 miles an hour. And this is at 20 or 30 miles an hour. At 40 miles an hour, your car is a howitzer shell. And you wouldn't believe the damage it can cause. It isn't always the driver's fault, but then fault isn't really the issue when the worst happens. You might think it's their problem, but if you hit them, it's yours. And you've only got the rest of your life to get over it.
How will you feel? How will you feel? How will you feel?
Next year, there'll be lots of first-time killers on our streets. And it's not going to be me, so it must be you again. Sorry.